Hello friends, I will be going over this week in Disney pins, where I basically just talk about all the pins that have been coming out since August 10th. Not all the pins. I don't really do licensed pins because that's just a little bit too much. But I don't know, maybe there's like something crazy that goes on with a Loungefly release, I'll talk about it. But I mainly focus on parks and cast member pins. So these are the new ones that were released this week. Not as many releases. I feel like there weren't a lot of drops. A couple of big things came out, but more importantly, there's a big new rule that Disney's trying with pin releases in Walt Disney World, and I think that's the biggest piece of pin news that came out this pin week. But before we get to that, shared releases are things that came out in both Disneyland and Disney World, the US parks. So we have on the left hand here, this is a Stitch pin. It's for the 25 years of Disney pin trading. All year long, Disney is celebrating the 25th anniversary of pin trading. So each month they've been doing monthly releases that are very similar to the style, where it's a medal with a beloved character in the middle in their pin trading. So right here we have Stitch doing pin trading. So I hope all the Stitch collectors are able to get it. I know it's an LE, but it is a larger LE. It's like 3,000 or 4,000. So I hope that if you're a Stitch collector and you're interested in this pin, you can get it. In the middle, we have a Hocus Pocus mystery set where there are 10 pins and they spell out Hocus Pocus and you get different characters on each pin. So that's super cool, super cute. There are 2 pins per set and this is a limited release. So once the Halloween season is over, you will not be seeing these around anymore. So if you want to collect it, good luck. And then right on the right over here, we have another Hocus Pocus limited release pin. We have the Sanderson sisters and we have the boutique, and it's great. We're really in the spooky season, aren't we? So at Walt Disney World, we had an annual pass holder pin come out for the Haunted Mansion, featuring Hatbox Ghosts kind of over the mansion. And this backer card looks nice. There's bats on it. It's a limited edition, so there you go. And then we also had a Test Track pin come out because Test Track 3.0 recently opened. And at first there was not a lot of Disney Test Track merchandise. It was all like Chevrolet merchandise, which like I get, sponsored by General Motors, but like I don't know. It took a couple weeks, but now we're seeing like shirts, and in this case, the pin coming out for Test Track. Then what I think is the biggest piece of pin news that came out is that Disney is now trial running wristbands for Tuesday releases. So if you're new or you're not entirely sure why they would be doing this, it's because Disney pins have gotten super crazy popular this year. I don't know why it is. Like, I have no clue why. I have theories, but that doesn't matter. Pins have been very popular this year, and the Tuesday pin drops have become worse over the months. January, February, March, everything was fine, but I don't know, something in spring, things got more difficult, and then as we get into summer, it's hard to get pins. I don't live near the parks. I do online drops if I'm available, and I can't get pins. Back in January, limited edition pins would be sitting on the website for days. Now they're out within seconds. Same in the parks. People are just not able to get pins as easily. So Disney is hearing us, which is good. And they're implementing wristbands where if you go and you stand in line to get a pin, you get a wristband with a number. And that kind of like tells you your spot in line. I'm not entirely sure how this goes, but I'm guessing in those first early hours, you need the wristband on Tuesdays in order to purchase these limited edition new drops. And you're not able to like get a bunch of wristbands and like save it for your party. Because that's a lot of what people are having issues with is there'll be people who come with their family. Let's say it's like a family of 4 and they're all buying 2 limited edition pins. So they end up with like 2 pins for one person, but then you're a family of 4 getting it, and people are just, prices are going up on these pins, and it's weird. I don't want to get into like the whole reseller versus personal shopper thing because I'm never going to stop talking. But what Disney is doing is they're giving people wristbands, and you have to kind of be there in order to get the wristband, which is what I was saying, and then I got on this other tangent. You can't go and ask for like 4 total wristbands because one person ran right when rope dropped to the pin store and their family is still, you know, walking and slowly. You kind of have to be there to get the wristband. It's to help with the line cutting. There's been fights. There's been people who have like been trampled a little bit with the pin releases. And like for pins, it's just not worth it. So hopefully this makes things easier on Tuesdays. I'm not sure if this is going to happen everywhere in Walt Disney World. It'll be difficult. I don't have a good solution for how to handle pin drops, but Disney's trying wristbands. Maybe that'll help with people I think it'll help with line cutters. I think that's a big thing. Is one person will go stand in line and then their 10 other friends come and join them at the front of the line and then pins sell out. I think that's what they're doing. I don't know. The pin releases are crazy and it's not turning me off of pins. It's turning me off of new releases. I've fully moved into the more the vintage, the older pins, the ones that people aren't fighting over. And if I didn't have this little what's new in pins, I probably wouldn't know. Anyways, I feel like I've been talking about that for a long time. Walt Disney World is trying wristbands. I'll be interested to see how they move forward. Because like I said, my ideas for how to do this don't make any sense. You all aren't interested. You want to see the rest of the pins. So sorry I took like 5 minutes out of your day. We also have for Walt Disney World Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That's starting soon. In August, I think. So these are some of the pins that are going to come out. We have limited release pins that'll be available in theory for the duration of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I say that because they may sell out. They may not. If you're going to like the October 31st party, it might be hard to get some of these pins. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So just keep that in mind. We have a limited edition tiered collection where there's a 5 pin box set that feature Mickey and Minnie, and that is 1,000 LE. And then if you just want like an individual pin that's either Winnie the Pooh, Snow White, Peter Pan, or Constance, those are an LE of 5,000. And they say like Mickey's Not So Scary, and there are pumpkins, and there's a castle in the background. Then there's also a mystery set. There's an 8-pin mystery set where there's 2 pins per box. Again, it's a limited release, so they might be available when you go, they might not. Pins are weird this year, so I don't want to tell you how to do anything because my pin predictions have been off entirely this whole year. So if you want to collect them, good luck. But I do like how they have the Headless Horseman here because there's a lot of spooky characters that they could do, but they chose like Stitch. Okay, all characters, but we have Stitch in the mystery box. We'll keep it moving. Disneyland, not a lot. In addition to the shared releases, they also have a new Haunted Mansion pin, very similar to the one from Disney World, but this is available for Magic Key holders, and it says Disneyland on it, but it has the Disneyland Mansion, Hatbox Ghosts, Bats, cute pin. And then Alani, the resort that Disney owns in Hawaii, also has a 2025 Halloween pin, so it's very cute. And it's also limited edition. Cast exclusive, we have Adorbs. I don't know a whole lot about Adorbs because I just don't like the style. It's not my favorite design style. Do Adorbs come out weekly? Because I feel like the past few weeks there's been Adorbs releases. Is that normal for Mickey's of Glendale to come out with something each and every week? Because I generally have no idea. I'm not a cast member. I've never been a cast member. Don't have cast member friends. So I don't know how this works, but I feel like I've been talking about Adorbs a lot. Anyways, Disneyland's 70th mystery pins. So there are 8 pins that are an LE of 500, and then 2 chaser pins that are an LE of 400. Adorbs come in a box, and there's 2 available. So these released on Thursday to cast members, and there's a Mickey and a Minnie, Pluto, Chip and Dale, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. Those are the 8 LE 500, which is also interesting because aren't Adorbs usually like an LE of 400? So I don't know. They're never gonna tell me why they increased the limited edition size, but I'm okay with it. I'm worried about the chaser pins because I'm worried there's going to be a Clarabelle cow. because I know Clarabelle has a 70th outfit, and I think they're going to do a Clarabelle Cow Chaser Adorb. I want these chaser pins to be like a glitter version of Mickey and Minnie. Or we can shake it up and it can be a glitter version of Donald and Daisy. I really don't want another Clarabelle Cow pin. I am Clarabelle Pins. I do want to be Clarabelle Cow complete. Can we not? I feel like we had no Clarabelle Cow pins for the first half. And then Paris came out with a pin randomly. And now my Clarabelle options are Adorbs. Like, please, please. I can't be Clarabelle Cow. Do someone else, but it's also like, who else has a 70th outfit in Disneyland? Not of a lot of other characters. So now I'm gonna have to hunt down this Clarabelle Cow Adorb. And it's already hard to get Adorbs. And then if she's a chaser, that'll be extra hard and she'll be extra expensive. Okay. Fine. Alright. Best case scenario, Clarabelle's not one of the pins. And then the other set of Adorbs is the Black Cauldron, where there are 8 pins. They're an Elia 400, and those are pictured here. I don't know anything about Black Cauldron, so I'm not about to name these characters. But that looks like a bad guy. And then there's a pig. There's other creatures. Yeah. There are 3 pins that are an Elia 300, and then there are 3 pins that are an Elia 200 that are super chaser pins. So that means something to someone. Never seen Black Cauldron. But I feel like we've gotten a few new Black Cauldron pins these past few months. But Adorbs also sometimes, I mean more often than not, come out around a film's anniversary. So if this is like the 20th, 30th, 40th year of Black Cauldron, they'll have it. They had stuff for like Cinderella's 70th and Tiana's 10th or 15th. So if you like a movie and they're coming up on like a big like 5 or 10 year anniversary, there's a chance that year you're going to be getting an Adorb set. In addition, there is a box set of 3 pins that are an Elia 400 that are Adorbs Witches of Morba. Okay. And then there's these 3 other pins that are an Elia 300, feature Gurgi, the Horn King, and then Terran and Elwyn. So good luck to the Black Cauldron pin collectors. Those are going to be expensive. Clubs and memberships for Club 33. There is a new test track pin that has Goofy riding it. So if you collect Club 33 or Test Track or Goofy, look out for it maybe. I don't know. And then Disney Vacation Club also has a limited release Halloween pin where it's Mickey and Minnie in these pumpkin hot air balloons. And it's spooky and it's cute and it's available for DVC members. That is it. Not a lot of pins, but I kind of was trying to break down that wristband thing. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm kind of just waiting for the pin bubble to burst. A little over not being able to get pins that for the past 8 years, I could log on to Shop Disney 2 days later and get the pins. And now people that I like that do park pickups aren't doing park pickups anymore because it's just a headache. And then a pin that's like $30 is available for $100. And someone bought 10 of them. It's fine. It's cool. I hope you all are doing good. Let me know how you think we could fix the whole Tuesday pin releases. Because my ideas are bad and are going to make a lot of collectors and people trying to make a profit upset. But maybe those are the only options, you know? Thanks so much for watching. What do I have? Last Wednesday, I put out my entire pin collection. So check that out. Super long video, but watch it in chunks if you want to see my Clarabelle Cow pins. And then on Mondays, on my shorts, I'm doing mystery unboxings for Loungefly pins. Even though I don't talk about them in this video, I've been starting to move towards Loungefly and particularly box lunch pins because they're just way more accessible than Parks pins for me at the moment. In both price and availability. So if you want to see me unbox a couple of them, super cool. And thank you for watching. And maybe like and subscribe, but whatever feels right to you. thank you so much for your support. Bye.